Okay, so let's go back to you here real quick, because as we're doing the podcast, as we're doing Souls and Sage, obviously you still have your own channel, and I don't know when you did it, but there was definitely a pivot out of basketball. That, you know, you're clearly an anime focused guy now, you're a streamer focused guy now, and there was also a pivot, at least in my opinion, away from being like a YouTuber to specifically being a streamer. And your YouTube content being based off of your streaming content. So just talk about what was the motivation of switching, pivoting from basketball, you know, embracing your streaming side more, because there was a time where you weren't embracing it as much, but obviously you do now. Just kind of speak on that whole process and what led you to that.
So it actually was a situation where it wasn't, I used to think it was burnout and I got tired of talking hoops. But then I realized recently, but talking about basketball can always be cool, but and this is gonna shock some people, but like I promise you, this is just the reality. When people think you are a credible, even or a consistent source of information, opinion, whatever the case may be, what ends up happening is you could be trolling. Someone's listening and they ain't not trolling.
Yeah.
So over time, and that's why I said credible or consistent, because at some point in time, whether you thought I was an actual smart Lakers fan, or if you think I'm another person that never watched basketball, even though I'm talking about all these basketball games, it came to a point where no matter what I'm doing, I could be having a Jeopardy. We could be making an industry plan in T-Bangs. We could be literally playing blind rankings, whatever case may be. Someone took it seriously. So I was like, it's not that I want to give up on the mission, but I think the mission of making basketball fun will never be accomplished by someone who daily talks about basketball. Because if you're going to daily talk about basketball, this niche is for people who want the X's and O's. This niche is for the people who, if they just want entertainment even, they want the die-hard passion behind it with actual facts and well actuallys and someone else in the room around there. They don't want just the yap fest and then leave. So I was like, damn, I'm seeing that consistently with Souls and Sage. I'm seeing that on my channel. I'm seeing that on Keep It a Buck. And I'm like, you know what, man? I think everyone now knows I like basketball. I think there will never be a day where I just feel I cannot talk about the fucking Lakers, talk about Steph Curry, Luka, my glorious king, on the internet. But you want to talk about that shit every day? 3 times a week at minimum? No. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do my own thing. And at the time, it wasn't even just the anime. I was reacting to AMP videos. I reacted to the Corey Kenshin drama. I reacted to a couple other ciphers. I put on my chat to FGE cipher. Shout out to Montana. I put on, like, I was doing everything because I was like, fuck it, this is what I want to do. And that's where I'll give you that I just became a streamer. Became a streamer with VOD clips. But then at some point, the anime shit started sticking and the wrestling shit started sticking. Now, the thing with the wrestling shit, and I keep telling people, I watch it very casually. Like, very casually. I understand there's ways of being a tryhard. I don't know how you do it. But I just read some shit on Twitter. I watch certain clips on Twitter. If I'm really interested, I'll turn on the show. With the anime shit, oh, nah. I got like 4 or 5 anime, but I know them 4 or 5 anime. So when talking about that, had a different community. Not saying anime fans aren't as toxic as NBA fans. That was a misjudgment there. But anime discussions and debate are vastly different from NBA discussions and debate, I still think to this day. And when I realized, okay, see, this I can get with, because at the end of the day, anyone's gonna call you stupid. That's the internet. But one thing's for certain, everybody knows at the end of the day, bro, we're talking about fucking cartoon. we're talking about kunais and ninjas and Riley Freemans and fucking Homelanders at max. He's a human, I guess. So it's never gonna be that serious. But people would get like butt hurt if you say LeBron James's ass. Like you would feel like you hurt another grown man's feelings for real.
And don't let the wrong NBA player get a hold of it. Now they want to test you in real life. You gotta deal with that with anime.
Now LeBron wants to Stephen A my shit, and it's just like, all right, dog, gang, I promise you, I was just talking shit. All right, like to this day, I've even thought about taking down the Clippers video I did, because looking back, a lot of bitches, a lot of motherfuckers all in that shit. I wasn't mature. I was 19. Who cares? But it's one of them things where I'm like, yo, hypothetically, if Kawhi Leonard just sat back, saw this on his phone, made a TikTok, and called me a bitch, shit, well, I gotta live with that. But if I'm like, yo, Vegeta's a fucking fraud, what is he gonna do? 4D print himself and Final Flash the Earth? My bad, man. So I think because anime itself is by design, even if it's 1% for my NBA fans that are also saying NBA fans are toxic, even if it's by 1%, it's by design a lighter subject because we're not talking about actual human beings. So I was like, see, this is a community I could get with. And sorry to yap it up, and most importantly, they're just more diverse than NBA fans. It's just straight up true. I noticed what was really deflating for me when I was an NBA creator. Anytime I want to do anything else, that stream will drop by 80%. Like 200 viewers to 40 viewers, 100 viewers to 20 viewers. If I am watching, I don't know, a top 10 Dragon Ball moments video for somebody, why would I do that? I don't know. And then from that, I'm like, you know what, bro? Fuck it. I want to play Rivals. There'll be a cut from people that wanted me to just react to anime. And there'll be a cut from people that wanted me to just do Dragon Ball, sure. But most of them niggas, I like Rivals too. And then they'll watch that. Then if I'm like, you know what? Didn't Cole drop Clouds? Let's go listen to Clouds real quick. More niggas will tune in because they're like, oh, wait a minute. I fuck with Clouds. So I don't know what it is about the NBA community, or maybe it's sports. You niggas not diverse enough, gang. I'm sorry. So that was really the nail in the coffin. Sorry to yap that up. I know
you're good. You're good. I think in hindsight, I agree that the NBA community is definitely more toxic, especially with where it needs to be. But I also think we have this skewed viewpoint, especially with how we do things, because we just need to remind the people at that time, Let's Keep It a Buck was very sports heavy. You were doing Souls and Sage, and your personal channel was also an NBA channel. So you were talking about basketball non-fucking stop. Non-stop. And this is another point as well. Doing basketball content when you want to is completely different when you have to do content when you have to. Right? Like when Bills,
I didn't want to nerd it up, gang. I was just keeping in my brand. Sorry to cut you off, but like you were going there. It's a difference when you could talk about LeBron versus Jordan anytime you want getting a haircut.
Yeah.
Versus, shit. What do we gotta talk about this week? Is the off season? So LeBron better than Jordan. It's just a way different vibe. Continue.
Yeah, no, I mean that's ultimately what it is. It's just much different. I say this all the time. Doing content casually is much more different when you have to do it full time. When bills are relying on it. When we're getting to that stage now. When family members are relying on it. Like it's just a different fucking mindset. It's just a different ball game. But I also find it interesting your point of like, with anime, Vegeta ain't gonna roll up on me in real life, but Kawhi might. Kawhi might. I was having the discussion with Damo when he was on the pod, and we actually had kind of like a step down conversation of like, I'm gonna be honest with you, one of the things we did take for granted with the NBA was the fact that compared to the content that we do now, was I think ultimately our debates was about hoop. Like we can get toxic, but the debates ultimately were about hoop. And I'm going to be honest with you, I would personally rather deal with the toxicity of a Tyrese Halliburton fan telling me that I don't know ball, as opposed to the actual toxic side of the internet that me and you both know, where, it's very political. We're talking about real lives, real issues at this point. Motherfuckers get disrespectful, lawsuits are involved, all this different shit. So I definitely get where we're both coming from, but I also think in hindsight we were just too entrenched in the NBA content, and to a degree we did take for granted that side of it of like, bro, we are getting paid to talk about hoop. Like not a lot of people can say that they can make, I'll just spoil it, 6-figure businesses talking about hoop.
I'm poor.
And that's what we were doing. So, hindsight is definitely 2020, definitely get where we're coming from, but that's just a part that I feel like we took a little bit for granted.
I definitely don't have too long a yap there. I agree. Yeah, it's like if there was anything until past age, I think some people think that like when we get mad on camera that we go home boo-hoo crying in the bed about what Chat GPT user 4 said in the comment section. No, that's not the case. But there's definitely been moments where chat done said some stupid shit and got me mad. Or the comments will say some shit and I'll debate them in the comment section. I would have just told past AJ gang, this is far less serious in terms of why something should just be like annoying your video, and just the fact that Buddy watched your video should just be taken for passion. More importantly, the love outweighs the hate. The hate's just loud. So
For sure.